Olá, bom dia nos Estados Unidos, bom dia no Brasil, boa noite na Índia. But good morning in United States, good morning in Brazil, good evening in India. So we are here today to talk about pranayama. My name is Emilia Carlota. I'm Ayurvedic practitioner, and I'm here with Dr. Arun. We are going to bring to you today eight, eight different practices of pranayama and all the benefits it can bring to you, to your life, about in your digestion, in your sleeping patterns, in your life in general, how it can help with anxiety, depression. So that's Dr. Aaron Job's job today to help you, and we're going to be talking about it. Um, he's in India right now. We are like in US right now. It's 10:35 a.m. in India right now. Must be. What time is it there, Dr. Aaron?
Hello,
Hello. Good
good
evening.
morning. Good morning to you and good evening to me.
Yeah. So how are you doing today?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm so excited to be here and talking about pranayama. I know that's not easy. It's not an easy subject, but we can really talk in a very simple way that we can actually bring a lot of benefits to people. So, but can you talk a little bit about you, Dr. Aaron, like who you are, your story of Ayurveda, and then just like we can keep talking about pranayama so people can know you a little better.
Yes, I am postgraduate in Ayurveda from India and doing my Ayurvedic practice from last near about 18 years. I have 18 years of practice and I am also doing a worldwide online practice from last 3 years. Side by side, I have my own manufacturing of Ayurvedic medicines also. That is basically very much needed uh, as a Ayurvedic practitioner. And now today, I am here to tell you something about basic concept of pranayama and how it works on our body, different body systems, how it give us a benefit to our body. Basically, pranayama is a vital part of the yogic science. Yoga and pranayama is a incident science and it can be called as the art of breathing. Means pranayama means art of breathing. How we should breathe to get this prana, which means energy for healthy living or for the miraculous health benefits of it. Basically, pranayama is a inhalation of the oxygen. That is the breath we take inside. That is the inhalation. It is basically I am going to explain the three basic steps of pranayama. First is the inhalation. The inward. This is the inward movement of oxygen. Then the retention. Retention means we have to put a stop. We have to put a stop of breath. Means we have to put remain the oxygen in our lungs for some time and then exhalation. Then we should have to expel the air. So slow and deep inhalation helps in the intake of enough oxygen for the body. Basically, this oxygen is the energy. If it is taken in a proper breathing method, which pranayama tells,
Oxygen.
yes, yes, this oxygen
Oxygen.
basically is a energy which we take as a breathe inside. But
Mhm.
this can be a energy only when we take the breathing in a very systematic manner, in a particular how this all these things pranayama explain: inhalation, then retention, then exhalation, which is it is which pranayama explain, which it enables the system to acquire the oxygen properly. In the In the exhalation, we bring the impurities which are coming in the exhaled air from the body. There are, I am going to explain some significant health benefits of pranayama according to Ayurveda. Pranayama basically, it is just, we say that it is very simple. If we say that it is just a breathing exercise, we have to work on it to systematically know how we can inhale, how we should inhale, how we should retain the oxygen for particular time, and then exhale. All this is which pranayama explains. Health benefits. First of the major health of pranayama is the cardiovascular health. Means effect of pranayama on our heart and blood. As pranayama increases the blood circulation, there is a oxygen capacity of the blood is increased when we do a deep breathing. It helps improve the cardiovascular function of the body. And if we practice regularly, it cleans our heart, cleans our blood vessels, because oxygen is a cleaning system. Oxygen is a cleaning, and we are taking excess of oxygen. It cleans our blood vascular system, and so capacity of the heart is increased. Pumping capacity of the heart is increased. So the main, most important, and most significant health benefit of pranayama is on our heart and blood
Hmm.
vascular system.
So,
Second,
okay,
yes,
just like one question. Like when
yeah,
sometimes like people they think like, oh, they don't even, most of people it's not even thinking about breathing. They are not even thinking about oxygen intake. They are not even thinking about how they can expel the CO2, like they actually it's produced and all these chemical reactions. So one thing before you go, because I know you're gonna be describing a lot of like maybe age if you have time uh, of pranayama techniques. But what is it like? How is the importance of like the balance between inhalation and exhalation in the pattern breathing? And then like, yeah, it's a cleansing technique and it cleanses the body. It also helps you burn fat. It's like it's kind of when you breathe properly, it will actually like have like your disintoxication system on it. It means like it helps you burn fat. And even like for people that's concerned about losing weight, and they have to really pay attention and how relearn, because we know at some point in our lives how to breathe properly, but we go with the stress patterns and life goes on, and sometimes we start to breathe in a very shallow way, like it's just in the upper chest, those things. But how important like is for the digestion, emotional health, like longevity, mental, emotional, and all the aspects of life, how important pranayama is, and then how is the balance of like the inhale and the exhale, and when you find this right balance for us. And then there's one thing like we say like the turtles, they can live 300 years because their breathing pattern is very slow and methodic, and they don't rush about breathing. And breathing right, it's actually very important for us to also have like longevity and live long and with a lot of quality of life. And sometimes we just don't think about those things, and we think about solutions is on pills or on this or on that. And I was also I want to bring you one more thing. Like I know like some most of the pranayama techniques, they bring so many benefits. That's like 1 hour of pranayama can bring you like I don't know, the benefits of 1 hour of good workout. like for oxygenate and cleansing and those things. And I'm so passionate about it, and we can talk about weeks only about pranayama. I know they can go deep, but what do you say to people, like how important is to find this balance between inhale and exhale?
Yes, basically, as you have already explained all the concept about it. Basically, we all are doing shallow breathing. In routine breathe, we are breathing up to our throat. We are not filling our lungs completely, and we are breathing number of times we are breathing. Number is more, but intake of oxygen less. That is the shallow breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Deep breathe, you mean one thing you have given the example of tortoise, definitely, and lifespan of tortoise is very much than we human beings. It affects how number of time you breathe. If we breathe deep, it takes time. I mean to say like this. Then we have, it is inhalation. We have to fill complete lungs. We have to breathe up to our abdomen. That is complete. Up Breathe up to the complete vital capacity of the lung, which is basically needed. And then retention. Why we retain that air? We are in the routine, we are doing like this. That is no retention. Inhalation, slight inhalation, and no retention, and then exhalation. And in this, our system is working much, and output is very less. What is the benefit of breathing? We have to expel the toxins which are coming from the cellular metabolism. I mean to say, what the metabolism, what the digestion taking place in the cells of the body, all the toxic materials that is produced, it is coming out of the body through breathing also. There are other systems, but through breathing in the form of carbon dioxide. And if we deep inhale, and then there is a lot of oxygen, it will go to the join the hemoglobin and go to the blood, and that blood go to the every part of the cell of the body, every part of the cell of the body, total cells of the body. And then cells are doing the metabolic activities, and carbon dioxide is the waste material which is coming back up to the lungs, and we expel it. For that process, we have to retain retain it. We have to retain sometime the oxygen in our lungs, that it goes completely to the cells, and then carbon dioxide come back completely, and then we
Mm-hmm.
exhale. That is what basically the meaning of breathing, and this is what pranayam says to do. And
That's
timing is very
beautiful.
important. As here I'll go very simple, but technically, inhalation 1, exhalation 2, sorry, retention 2, and exhalation 3. This is the time which is basically needed. There are somewhat differences.
Inhale two, retention two, and exhalation three.
3, you have to wait for this time. It is we can't exactly start doing this way. We have to slightly increase the time period, and then ultimately there are other steps also. We can go to the formula of 1 2 4 also, but basically 1 2 3 in the start means starting we have to increase the time of inhalation, then retention, then increase the time of exhalation. That is the complete breathing. And naturally, it is very understood that meaning of breathing is to clean up the body. That is what pranayam. So why this is the reason why only a pranayam can work on the whole systems of the body, because oxygen is going to the every cell. There are million trillion cells in the body, and going to the every cell of the body. So every cell is potentiated, energized with this pranayam. This is in the start we should work on this, that we have to do this way. As just for example, I am going to tell, like, this is inhalation, then retention,
Mm-hmm.
then exhalation slow. Make your abdomen, in exhalation your abdomen go completely inside. But we in routine we do shallow breathing, that is up to, we are filling just one fourth of our lungs, and body works every time. For every breathe body works, so there is wastage of so much energy
Mm-hmm.
and less benefits, because we are not giving out all the toxins from the body. That is what, how we have to breathe. But pranayam have different techniques, different methods, different exercises, which are potentially important for some body functions, but overall pranayam works on the whole body.
Yes, and then what are like the main problems when you don't keep up with like a good breathing pattern? Like when you don't breathe well, what can be the symptoms and the problems that somebody can actually have? They don't even link those problems with bad breathing patterns, but sometimes people have things that sometimes like they if they can work on their breathing patterns, they can solve. What is the problems with like bad breathers, like people that don't breathe well? So what can people recognize? Oh, this is the effect of a bad breathing pattern. What that can be?
But when we are not breathing properly, definitely effects are different on different bodies. Means it is very much clear to everyone that it is the concept of oxygen in the modern, and concept of prana means energy. If
Mm-hmm.
we, this is the difference, if we breathe properly, then this prana is energy. And if we are not breathing properly, then this prana is only oxygen, or you can say air which is going inside your body, and just giving the body routine functions, completing the routine functions of the body, but don't getting that particular benefits. And ultimately this, there is accumulation of toxins, start accumulation of
Oh,
toxins in the body, which
that's
is, and you can if I say that in the whole day, in shallow breathing, what we are taking inside the air or oxygen or prana, we can get that only in 1 hour if we do pranayam. That is the reason why this yogic exercise is recommended, that for the whole day we have completed the task only within 1 hour. And when we start doing this, our routine breathings also start increasing. We go from shallow breathing to the deep breathing.
that's
that is
awesome.
that is the, yes, that is the main reason why pranayam is recommended in the yogic science. Now next benefit, it definitely, as pranayam increases the blood circulation and oxygen capacity of blood, it helps improves the cardiovascular function of your body. And due to this, there reduces the risk of hypertension. Pranayam reduces hypertension. There, persons doing pranayam, they are not hypertensive, no blood pressure. They can, the people which have hypertension, high blood pressure, can start pranayam. Just you have to know it properly from a teacher. Then start doing this pranayam. Pranayam allows the body to relax, and it frees the body of stress and tensions. So this way it brings down the hypertension. So pranayam doing persons are not hypertensive. They
Mm.
are, pranayam definitely works on hypertension, because when we do pranayam, there is, what is stress, from where stress comes, what is anxiety, where it is very much linked to the mental health of the person, and also to the physical health also. And pranayam improves your physical and mental health both. So no
Wow.
stress or less stress. If stress is not there, there is no anxiety, there is no blood pressure. So that is the major benefit of pranayam. It
So
works on blood pressure.
and then like if there's blood pressure, for sure there's anxiety behind it.
Definitely, anxiety
And
and
then,
stress is always there behind. And second, it is these are the major factors. But ultimately, these factors, they do some problems, create some problem in our internal body systems. There may be imbalanced lipids, there may be increased cholesterols, increased uh, LDL, uh, I mean to say bad cholesterols in the body. Stress is very much linked to triglyceride increase. 70% of people having increase in triglyceride are basically the lipids. Some as cholesterol and triglyceride, they are lipids which are dangerous for our health. There are so many problems. They are I mean to say they're narrowing the lumen of our vessels, blood carrying vessels. And stress increases. 70% of triglyceride increase is related to stress.
oh my
So
goodness.
definitely, ultimately, if we are doing pranayam, there is internal cleaning, there is physical benefits, then there is mental balancing, and ultimately, blood pressure is definitely related to these things. And there is no chance of increase of blood pressure if we are doing pranayam, but we should know the techniques properly. Proper technique is needed. We should do it properly. Definitely it works 100%. And persons which are start doing pranayam in the initial time, they may get feeling some difficult feeling, because we are changing from one pattern which is the routine pattern to another pattern. But ultimately when they start doing it in a routine, then it is habit forming. And they feel very much relaxed. They want to do pranayam. And there are, in India I have seen so many persons which are going to offices, in the trains, in the buses, they are doing anulom vilom type of techniques. It is so much important for the health. So definitely pranayam works on the uh, high blood pressure also.
Oh, that's awesome. And then like I know you're gonna go to your routine telling us about eight that you chose. But anyway, it's very interesting to see like if you work in our breathing patterns, it can bring awareness, and then it can also help us to get better in our choices, right? In our mental pattern. Like, is it going to help people to get better in their decision making, in their even on their diets, like, and how pranayama can help people like to stop cravings and to stop like eating is snacking, like emotional eating and all those kind of things, and like losing weight and like the I know that so many things that pranayama can do. And also like when we think about pranayama, what do you suggest? Like, when should people? I know you're gonna see the first one there. And how many minutes? Is there any any tips that you can do for somebody that has never done any pranayama in their lives?
So basically, when we start it, we say we should start from a short time. Means you can go for two or three exercises for maximum of 15 minutes in the start, or you can
How
start
many
from 10
minutes?
minutes.
10 minutes?
From 10 to 15 minutes in the start, and
Okay.
then we should start increasing the time. We can't do pranayama in on the first day for an hour. That will be exhausting. Definitely, if
1 hour.
we are not going to say that you should go for 1 hour when you are going for the first time, because definitely you will be exhausted, because it is definitely practically we have to start from 10 to 15 minutes, and when we work on it, then we can go on increasing the time period. And in the routine life, if a person is very much interested, then he or she can do for 1 hour. Otherwise, for a routine, 35 to 40 minutes are sufficient for a routine person for the pranayama. But
Okay.
start slowly. We should have to take 10 to 15 minutes in the start,
Okay.
and then we can increase it slowly. So next is benefits. Definitely it improves the main function is the it improves the lung function. As lungs, we are not filling to the vital capacity of lung. Means the full capacity of the lungs, we are not giving the lungs that quantity of oxygen, that quantity of breathe. We are taking shallow breath. So when we are giving full breathing, there is full you mean uh, inhalation. And then we are when inhalation is done, then definitely there the lungs expands, and then we retain it expansion, and then we do the complete exhalation. And in this process, the there is lungs complete lung function. Means we are filling the lungs and we are emptying the lungs, and there is very much functioning, there is very much exercise of the lung muscles also. And alveoli are completely filled and emptied. This is one of the most important health benefits of pranayama in the lungs. Pranayama is the best breathing technique to get your lungs functioning properly. It
So,
is
and then
very useful.
how
Yes,
important is the lungs functioning properly in the middle of this pandemic, like the the coronavirus? Like how is like how important is to have like this these lungs very
de-
functioning, like very flexible and
definitely.
strong to fight any virus, not only coronavirus but any other kind of virus or
And
bacteria.
yes, and definitely you have seen that doctors recommended the prone position for the corona patients when they are not functioning, their lungs are not functioning properly. They are asked to go on, press your lungs, take prone position, lie on the bed, put a uh, pillow on the chest position, and
It's
in,
like a
inhale
workout for the
strongly,
lung.
inhale strongly, and 4 to 5 or up to minimum 2 minutes, and your oxygen level, the oximeter will show the increase of oxygen level above 90. This is practically done. In India also, I don't know worldwide, but in India we are giving this to all the patients, and to the basically those patients whose oxygen levels are very much low, up to 70. We are increasing with this prone position. What is this? This is the exercise, particular
So
exercise, because
you lay down
yes,
like
please.
belly down, and
We
you
have
put
to
your pillow on
prone
your
position.
chest.
Prone position means you're lying your face downward, straight, and put a small pillow at the level of chest,
Mm-hmm.
and then start breathe. Complete
It's just
inhalation.
like
Then
a push up for the lungs, right?
yes, yes,
That's really
definitely.
awesome.
And this is a, you can, any person watching this live can check, put the oximeter on your finger, and then check the your oxygen level, and go for this position for 2 to 3 minutes, and then check the oxygen level. There is enormous increase in the oxygen level. Your oximeter shows it. It is
Yeah.
practically done in India.
Yeah, in the US, this little machine to read your oxygen levels, it's only about
Yes.
25 dollars. It's very easy to have one at home. I actually don't, but I'm very impressed that I would like I did not know that it was that cheap, like to buy one. But I will have one just to show people like my oxygen levels just before pranayama practice in the morning and then after. And then, do you have one at home, Doctor Aaron? The
Yes,
oxygen. Do you have one? The little one to read.
definitely. We are doing clinically. We are checking the corona patients also
Mhm.
in India. Uh, Definitely, the major hospitals of allopathy hospitals are giving the taking the visits of Ayurvedic doctors for corona patients, which are serious and in ICUs. India has done wonderfully in Ayurveda during the Corona period. We have so much medicines, so much metals which are working wonderfully in our lungs. But definitely our Ayurvedic doctors has bring back thousands of patients from ICU outside within days. Patients maximum allopathic hospitals were taking the consultations and visits of Ayurvedic doctors for their corona patients, which are not recovering, which are not coming out of ventilators. So Ayurveda has done wonderfully here, and we are in routine. We are checking the oxygen levels. We have all these things at our clinics, because patients are flow of patient is there, and we have to check. Government also said to us that you should check properly about whether patient is asymptomatic for corona also. So we have to check all these things about for the patients, all patients we are doing. And for corona, which have patients are coughing, we have fever, chest infections, they are definitely they are advised to bring this oximeter, and it is available everywhere in India.
Yes.
So definitely, lungs are the important part, and pranayam plays the important role to benefit our lungs. So then definitely we have just discussed about the blood pressure, and now definitely depression. Health benefits of pranayama are extended to mental strength, as I have already explained it. Practicing pranayam definitely regularly help treat depression and anxiety. It works on depression and anxiety in a better way, because we start getting that energy to balance our mind, to have control on our mind. And this way, if we have control on our mind, then there is chances that we will clear depression and anxiety. And one of the main benefit of this pranayama is also on the weight loss. Many people are saying that pranayam is whether pranayam works on weight loss. Definitely, pranayam works on weight loss, because health benefits of pranayam are not limited to the proper functioning of your internal organs. It works
Mhm.
on your external body. It can also help to reduce your body weight. But for this, we have to practice it regularly. We need minimum 3 to 4 months to get the benefits in our weight loss. Now, how it works in the weight loss? Because one of the major benefit of pranayama is that it I am next I am coming to our digestive system. And in weight loss also, it is linked to digestion. you know Scientifically, we need oxygen to burn. I am saying it in the modern concept that to
Mhm.
burn the digested food in the cells, we need oxygen.
The
And for
metabolism
the
of the cell.
you in the routine also, everyone know that oxygen is needed for burning.
Yeah.
And in our body we need oxygen in the cells for the process of which is called as the uh, uh, you mean burning of in the it is a process of metabolism, that is burning, where carbon dioxide is released and energy is released. Oxygen is needed. And if we are in pranayama, we are taking excess of oxygen. So all the material which is collected in the cells for burning process is completely burned out. There is no residue. What is residue? Residue is that which is toxins.
Mhm.
So there is less toxins when we have excess of oxygen. And ultimately there is good metabolism, no toxins, good functioning of the body, good digestion. When there is good digestion, then there is good metabolism. And definitely, when we have a good metabolism, there is loss of weight. There is no excess weight. You can say that loss of weight is a different term. What we can say that there is no increase in weight. And which the weight, people who have excess of weight, definitely they come to the normal weight what is needed for their body according to their body need. So this is a major benefit of pranayam, that we can work on our weight with pranayam. But
That's
results definitely come if we do it continuously. Time is needed. Yes.
so. And then how is like how can you find out when, because the diaphragm is like a very important muscle, like it's just like just in the middle, just under the stomach, over the intestines, and like all those things. And we hear a lot of things about stuck diaphragms, like they can't actually expand, they can't contract too well because people is sitting too much on the computer, people is not exercising, driving too much, I mean hours, and then we start to like compress the lungs, compress the heart. There's a lot of anxiety. We sleep like in the bed positions and like so many hours sitting down that you press the rib cage in, and then you press the heart and the lungs, and you breathe shallow. So how can you find out like how stuck the diaphragm might is in some people, like, and how is the effects of like a stuck diaphragm, like that's not expanding or contracting properly, can affect your digestion for good or bad, because people is actually breathing very shallow, and then the diaphragm tends to be stuck or maybe not being able to expand or to contract properly. How is the relations at the end about the good diaphragm muscle working well and digestion?
Definitely. Basically, the basic concept is that needs every organ needs a working. Working means exercise of every organ is needed in the whole body. If we come to our abdomen, our thorax, there are very vital organs, and in our abdomen, uh, there is we what what Ayurveda says. Ayurveda says that we have to massage our internal organs also.
Mm.
Then, as we are massaging our external body, we need the massage of our internal organs. And how we do it? This I am coming to diaphragm, but I will explain. This pranayam, there are there is a exercise which is called as Bhastrika. Bhastrika
Bhastrika.
pranayam. I am just telling you how it works. We do this way that we have to take in inhalation and then exhalation with a pressure. This way, this way we do. What this exercise, what it does, it does with speed. When we expel with speed, our lungs come to uh, come to loses the when lungs loses the air, and inhalation, and then pressure exhalation. It is a wide very good exercise for the thorax region of organs. And in this, our diaphragm plays an important role. It is
Mhm.
upward pushing upward. We 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 expel not through the lungs. We pressure the abdomen inside. Diaphragm moves up and expel the air with lungs, expel the air. It is the massage of heart and lungs, and diaphragm is there. Abdomen is definitely there. For the abdomen, for the digestive organs from stomach to our intestines, we are this is the exercise which is uh, Kapal Bhati. Kapal Bhati is a pranayama exercise for which we are expelling. There is no air. We are expelling speedily, and slightly automatically air goes in. And in this, we are pressurizing our abdomen to this way, this way.
Mhm.
And due to this, our intestines get massaged, our stomach get massaged, and in all these things our diaphragm works. Elasticity of diaphragm is needed in all this. And definitely so many problems in today's world are coming to the idle organs, the organs which are not working. We are not we are not giving any massage, any working to our internal organs. And this is what different type of pranayama exercises it works, and give the massage to our organs, and this way it is beneficial to our digestive system also. Definitely when we do it, our organs work, our intestines get massaged, and there is no chances of getting gas, getting constipation, these type of things. All things, these type of things clears definitely when we do this way. Because
Mhm.
there are so many muscles in the body which we are not using, they are idle. And idle thing is always get exhausted easily. So that is uh, what pranayam, how pranayam works, and how your diaphragm works. Because diaphragm, it is a separation of your thorax to the abdomen. And these
Mhm.
pranic exercises, these yogic exercises work on all the muscles of the body, including diaphragm. And so diaphragm should be very much elastic, and it becomes elastic when we are doing pranayam.
Sure, that's a very interesting thing because it can affect all your health, your mental health, your internal organs, your functions. So like improve digestion, improve elimination, and improve assimilation as well. And it's like it's it's a miracle of life, right? Pranayama, because it can actually bring a lot of benefits to your life.
Definitely. And then one of the most important, which is something I have already discussed it. This is a detoxification. How pranayam detoxified. This is clearly already I have explained that it is excellent method to remove all the accumulated toxins from your body. Among
Yes,
the
and
many
then
methods in yoga also.
mhm. So,
Yes.
but and then as you were saying about detoxification, I'm so uh, I really want to go on, and then you're going to show a little practice of pranayama. But how pranayama does work in a regular basis for like treating trauma, old patterns, like addictions and things that's already like there in your brains and your neural pathways, and how can pranayama actually help like people to erase like old traumas and grief and all those kind of that's bad things that's lingering, like bad emotions lingering around, like you, like people sometimes spend the whole life mad or the whole life sad, the whole life like with a lot of grief. They can't really process emotions. And how can you actually get out there and use pranayama for like erase like bad emotions, the emotions that weren't actually properly digested?
Uh, I am coming to your question, but I'll tell that single thing. All persons are doing this, but nobody maybe observed it that if you are angry, you are talking to someone loudly, or you are so much angry, and when you stop, you take a deep breath. Every person take a deep breath after a quarrel, after angry, after some sorrowness. They take a deep breath. This is not observed why, but everyone takes a deep breath. Which it what why this is it is automatic system of the body. Brain is sending messages to take a deep breath, because due to all these things we have accumulated so much toxins. Toxins are not just to harm the physical body. It harms our brain, it harms our nervous system, it harms the mental well-being of the body. So that single deep breath gives a relaxation. And definitely, if we are doing this deep breath continuously in a routine for so many minutes without any break, then definitely there are very less chances of getting. We can control our anger, we can control our emotions. Emotions, what are emotions? What is anger? Why we are angry? There are secretion of certain hormones in the body which make us angry, which 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 covers us with the emotions, like we flow in these emotions, that make our mind weak. And pranayam balance the that hormone levels, and automatically if that hormone levels are balanced, then there are control on emotions, control upon all these bad habits, going angry, going so much sad, go to depression, feeling anxiety. All is linked to certain neurotransmitters in the body, different type of hormones in the body. And pranayam balances that organs which are secreting. That may be in the brain, that may be in the other systems, other organs. Pranayam balance that organs, and when pranayam balance that organs, there is the balancing of that hormones, and ultimately balancing of these things, these type of problems which are we are feeling. And definitely if we are not getting, if we are going to bed not getting sleep, you will do deep breathe for 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Definitely you will get benefited from that. But if you are doing pranayam routinely, you there is definitely no chance of getting insomnia. We are here, we are just explaining few things, but
Mhm.
ultimately the whole physical, mental, and spiritual well-being of the body, that is linked to, if we are linked to yogic exercises, pranayam, then these three healths are maintained. It is very clear. And definitely it is a science not developed now, it is from thousands of years. And working, how the yogis are working in our our Hinduism or yogic science. Our yogis were, now also there are some which are naked and living in Himalayas,
Mhm.
which are naked and put themselves in the burning fire. There is no harm to their body. How they have developed their body? There are this is very much a live telecast in our television channels, that in India now also there are persons which are not eating and drinking water from years. Why? How they are living? They are getting this energy, which is the prana. So, coming to the main topic, I am somewhat distracted from the main topic. Main is that definitely it works, and it works wonderfully. It
Mhm.
works 100%. And these three type of healths are definitely maintained by this pranayama.
That's
So
pretty
these
awesome.
these type of things like emotions, like anxiety, depression, are all these things, they are slowly cleared because our mind becomes strong. These are the problems of weak mind, and we are getting strong mind while doing this pranayama. So uh, our how it strengthens the detoxification is, I have already explained it. And now definitely main one thing is, as our during the period of this corona, immune system, there was talk of immune system, and weak immune system have developed the problem of corona quickly. So it strengthened the immune system. Strengthening the immune system is one of the most important health benefit of pranayama. So immune system is definitely balanced with pranayama. Now it cures the digestive problems because practicing
Mhm.
pranayama daily help in alleviating our digestive issues, and also help reduce the bloating. All type of things. It clears the constipation. It clears the diarrhea, dysenteries, because it balances our intestines. It balances our stomach to work properly, to digest and then expel. So it works on digestive problems also. Many in the now in these seasons, like which is in the autumn or coming winters, there is so much problem of cough, cold, and sinusitis type of problem. So this pranayam works on sinusitis, cough and cold uh, very very quickly. Practicing some, there are certain exercises of pranayam like Bhastrika and then Brahmari. Then we are breathing techniques, some like Anulom Viloma. These are best option to treat and prevent these lung infections also. It clears the nasal passages cleanly. We are If we have some blockage in the nasals, then this breathing exercise increases speedily inhalation, speedily exhalation, work on that nasal passage and clears the nasal passage. So stuffy noses are cleared with this. Mental concentration in people which are working in the offices, They need and the children which are, or the adults also which are taking their education, their mental concentration is very much needed. So it increases the mental concentration. It is also one of the most important health and benefit of this pranayama. So there are lot of more things also. It works on our skin health also. Skin health is
Health.
maintained by pranayam. Regular pranayam removes the blemishes, wrinkles from the skin, and provides fresh oxygen, making your skin glow. So it is definitely beneficial in skin. It is ultimately, we can't discuss everything this way, that definitely in modern we are saying that oxygen is increased in the body, and modern also says if we have excess of oxygen there are very less problems, and skin is one of the very sensitive organ of our body, and pranayam really works on it. It clears the wrinkles. In some mouth exercises we clear.
Which one are
Ultimately,
those?
yes, definitely.
What are the pranayamas that clear wrinkles? The women needs
Wrinkles.
to know.
When we are when basically all the pranayams are working on it, but some of the pranayam like which are linked to our upper skin, upper exercises, like anuloma viloma is best for every.
Yeah.
Here we say that you can fill the air in your buccal cavity, like
Mm-hmm.
this is the best. This is exercise. It is we do it with pranayam. We can't say that this is pranayam, but it is a exercise which we do along with pranayam to work on it, on our skin issues, basically on our face. This works wonderfully. Sometimes we say to put water in the mouth and start it like rotating in the mouth. It also works wonderfully. But now here pranayam we are discussing, and all the pranayam works on skin. Main, you can say anulom vilom is
Mm-hmm.
working good on it. So uh, some of the it is skin health I have explained it. And now there are few basic pranayam like Bhastrika pranayam, which is a good pranayam for the body. It get through this Bhastrika pranayam we get maximum amount of oxygen. I think I'll take the name of few pranayam, but we will go for detailed discussion of these pranayam in some next video, because it is it is it takes time to explain this Bhastrika. I have in the start I have tell how Bhastrika is done. Then there is Kapalbhati pranayam, very effective. It works on the stomach disorders very accurately. It works on the obesity, digestive disorders also. So Kapalbhati pranayam works on our digestive system properly, works on obesity, and very much effective in all these digestion related issues. And then there is Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana is a which I have said that Anulom Vilom. This is intake of I will explain it that sit comfortably on the floor. In a,
Mm-hmm.
your spine should be very straight. You can close the right nostril with right thumb, like this. I am doing right thumb, and breathe from the left nostril this way, and then this way. Then close your left nostril, and with uh, and then your ring finger you can close, and then breathe
Yeah.
out from the right nostril. This is the Nadi Shodhana, or you can say it Anilom Vilom. And we have to alternate it, uh, taking inside, then closing, and then this way we can do it from both the sides. So this is what basically what we have in the pranayam. There are so many other exercises. Yes.
And this still, do you recommend like everybody to start with one practice? That should be? The Nadi Shodhana would be the best one to start with?
Yes, or this is a type of pranayam which basically we don't say to do pranayam while you have taken your food or anything. You should be empty stomach. But Nadi Shodhana, like Anulom Vilom, you can do anytime. If you are working in your office chair, then also you can take a time for 2 to 3 minutes and start doing this Nadi Shodhana or Anulom Vilom. So this can be done every time. You can we can take it after having meals also. But other pranayam, we should have a gap of minimum 3 hours for your diet and minimum 1 hour for any liquid. We should be empty stomach for other pranayam.
Empty stomach, right? It's very important.
Yes, we should be empty stomach.
What is the
Then
best time of the day? Like would be in the mornings, like the best time of the day to do pranayama?
definitely pranayama. Ayurveda says to get up in the brahmurata. That is the time period of 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. Basically, that is the best time period to get energized, to get
Mhm.
a typical type of positive energy, and that positive energy we inhale, and it works wonderfully. So pranayam we should do empty stomach in the morning. You can do, if we have no time in the morning, you can do in the evening. But I'll say that empty stomach is needed. You should have, you can do, if you have taken your lunch, you can at 2 p.m. you should do it after 5 p.m. So there should be a gap of 3 hours minimum, uh, because in 3 hours our stomach gets empty. But basically empty stomach is a good thing. If you are, we are doing kapal bhati, there is if we have packed intestines, and that is the working of intestine, we are jerking the intestines like this, like,
Mhm.
so pressure on the internal organs. So definitely empty
Good
stomach is needed.
massage. It's a good massage for the internal organs. But I have a question about the Brahmurta time of the day. Like it's we can say that's before 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., right? In this Vata time of the morning before the Kappa time starts. But for us, that's we are here in the East Coast in the United States, and it's getting into the winter, and the sun is rising about 7 a.m. So this perfect time, it's about 90 minutes before the sunrise, or it's actually very strict to the time, 4 to 6 p.m., or it's more related to actually to the sunrise. How people here could find out like this time before, so they can really know. Maybe people that's in California, they have more sun than we do, but how can actually bring it in a very simple way so people here that never heard about this light time in the morning before the sun rises, the best time to do yoga, the best time to do meditation, the best time to do pranayama, how is it? Could you talk a little bit more about it, specific
Basically,
timing?
yes, basically, if we, this is a Brahmurt, it is a term which is very much related to our spiritual health. I mean to say meditation. It is not, if we are just doing this, that we are concerned with this only pranayam exercises, then we can say that we will get it 90 minutes before the sunrise. But exactly, but Vedic science says Brahmurta is a different time. It is not. It is not just not linked to the. This is sunrise. I mean to say that particular time, which starts from 4 a.m. and maximum up to 5 a.m. After that, that is not Brahmurta. Brahmurta starts from 4 a.m. and up to 5 a.m. That time period, it is it is a time which has a type of full of positive energy, and people who are studying or getting meditation, want to do meditation, that is the perfect time where we can concentrate. It is a time where we can concentrate maximum.
Mm-hmm.
And if we are getting up in the Brahmurta and doing these exercises or these meditations, then results will tell within very short that it is somewhat different from other time period. And basically it is a concept of that particular positive energy which is coming at that particular time. And it is also linked to the uh, uh, periods also, like vata periods, this type, but that is ayurvedic way. But if we say it spiritually or meditate for meditation, then that time is in India also. Yeah, I am in North India. I am from the Punjab state of North India. And in India also we are getting now the sunrise at near about 7 a.m. Now also it is, we are also going through the autumn period in the North India and moving towards our winters. But there will be a autumn period of 1 to 45 to 50 days, and then we will go to the winter in the December. Here also sunrise is at 7 a.m. But we can't change the time of Brahmurta. Brahmurta time is 4 a.m. And definitely I have observed it. I have observed it, and I have practiced it on my some of my patients, which are uh, have problems of like chronic headache, or you can say uh, brain issues, and they are asked to get up in the Brahmurta and do some pranayam and start doing some meditation. Meditation means we are not saying that you start reciting certain things. We say just meditation means just go towards your inner side. Relax totally, close your eyes, feel the breath, feel the breath. You should, you are breathing, and you feel that I am breathing. I am retaining. I am exhaling. And this way, do it for some time, for 15 minutes, for 20 minutes, increase it up to 30 minutes, and get the results within a month in these type of problems. So Brahmurta is a different time period. And in India, I don't know about the best, but in India, our elders are saying that uh, you should study in the morning. They knock the door of the children's, uh, get up and start studying.
Mm.
We Indians are studying in the early hours. It is a tradition. It is a tradition now. Now they are changing, but we are our parents were saying get up at 4 a.m. and start studying. And definitely that study fixes in your in your brain. So this way it is beneficial because it is particularly a positive energy which is present in your mind and your brain. It sharpens the brain and your
So it,
mind. This
so
way
it
it is
doesn't matter if
beneficial.
the sun rises at 9 a.m. The perfect time to meditate and do pranayama and do spiritual practice and like to improve your health, it's 4 a.m. 4 to 5 a.m. That's it. And then who is in the Caribbean, in the South America, always have like a lot of advantage from like because over there like the winter is it it does not exist. But for us
If
here, we have heavy winters, and yeah, sometimes we don't have daylight until 7:30 a.m. It's
if someone has these type of issues, these type of questions about their time, and they can definitely discuss us. I'll and we will solve their issues. How you can do, how you can settle your time according to your time. We will help them to settle the time when they will go for these type of activities.
so, and then like I know I think we have to come back and talk about like regular practice of pranayama, but I think we covered like a lot of things, and then like you just brought to us like how important and how deep a pranayama practice can can affect our lives in a positive way. But if you should bring today, like three, if you could teach us for three simple techniques, we promise we come back to do all the we can go over eight different practices. We won't talk about what it is, but you're gonna just be teaching how to do those. But if you could today talk about three main practice for beginners, for people that has never done pranayama or want to start um, doing it like in a regular basis, like doing starting with 10 to 15 minutes and increase it to 20, later 30 minutes and 45 minutes, as you said, what should be these three ones that you'd pick for us today?
Definitely. First of all, I'll first is the basically the anulom vilom. But before that, anulom vilom, you should the beginners should start from the deep inhalation. That is deep inhalation, then retention, then the complete exhalation. This is exercise. This will make the system better for the coming exercises. This is the main. It should be started from here. The beginner should start inhalation, retention, and then exhalation. And inhalation, you can inhalation. It is a slow inhalation like this way. Then retention, then exhalation, slow exhalation. There will be no sound of inhalation and exhalation.
What
We
about
should
if
have to practice.
what about if it happens and then you inhale and then do a little retention and then
That is what it will not happen if we go directly to the other like kapalbhati, or there are certain other procedures, then we will get this. So it is difficult when we start from this exercise of how to inhale, how to retain, and how to exhale. Then that is the beginning exercise. You
so
can do
hell,
it.
and then we
You can
inhale how long? One, two, or three.
one.
Retention for two and exhale for three.
Yes, start from it. If we are not, it is difficult to exhale up to 3. It is very difficult to exhale up to 3 because our lungs are not expanding to that much. So in the start you can do uh, 1 at inhalation, 2 at retention, and 2 at exhalation.
Tell me
Same
again, please.
time for
One to the beginners will be two in inhalation.
two for retention and two for exhalation, and then slowly you can go for at 3 for in exhalation.
Ah,
Timing, it is just, you are, if you are inhaling for 15 seconds, you should retain for 30 seconds and then exhale for 30 second in the start. And when you get some exercises, when you get some practices, then you can 1 2 3 15 second, then 30 second, then 45 second for exhalation. And do
so
it
and
for,
then
in the start, do it
go
for
ahead.
10,
Mhm.
10 times.
So, and then when for people that's watching, what do you recommend? Like pranayama before meditation, before pranayama, and how can people actually bring? We don't want to talk about a lot of Sanskrit, but how can actually pranayama can be used to balance, right? Bringing the equilibrium to the doshas. But also like, what's your practice? I know some people do different things, but what is for the best for beginners?
But definitely, it is, the beginners can only understand the modern terminology. And what are our doshas, vata, pitta, kapha. It is very much linked to our metabolism in the body. It is our cellular metabolism, it is our intestinal digestion. And these doshas are up and down, and these doshas are linked to this, these doshas are linked to our environment, these doshas are linked to uh, our diet, and so many things. And definitely pranayam, one of the main function of pranayam is the balancing of all the functions of the body, through hormones, through digestion, through metabolism. And what I have explained about the increasing the capacity of the lungs, if we take the example of the lung capacity, then definitely we are working on our alveoli. These are the breathing tubes of the lungs, where air goes. And if we are doing pranayam, they are very much cleaned. There is very much less cough deposited in these channels. And definitely this pranayam, these the pranayam which is working on alveoli is definitely working on the cough dosha.
Mm-hmm. So and then
that
yes, we can
that
actually
is that Just a minute.
mhm.
That pranayam is also working on the vata dosha also. We are taking inside, vata is moving, and that balancing the hormones, that balancing the nervous system, that is that balancing the vata dosha. And if it is working on our stomach, in the stomach we have agni, and it balances the agni. We have vata, pitta, kapha, three things, all the things in the stomach, but predominantly we have pitta in the, that is agni, digestive power in the stomach. And these pranayam is working on this agni also. It, if it is agni is less, it, by increasing the oxygen,
Mm-hmm.
definitely that agni is ignited, that digestive power is maintained. And this way, if it is working on the lower intestine where there is apan vata, and if we are constipated, then definitely apan vata is reversed. It is the normal movement of prana vata is downward, but it comes upward. And if we are doing pranayam, we are doing kapalbhati, then there is very less chances of getting constipated. So if we are not constipated, there are very less chances of getting apan vata disturbed. So all this pranayam is working totally on the body. It includes, definitely, if doshas are balanced, then we can balance our other organs, other systems of the body. If we are given the discuss the blood vascular system, then definitely that blood vascular system is concerned to this pranayama, and concerned to dosha also. it is
That's
it is
beautiful.
it is vata is working on how we can make the balanced flow of our blood in the whole body. It is also linked to vata. How the viscosity, it is definitely linked to the kapha. If we are saying that we are clearing our uh, obesity, we are clearing hypertension, we are clearing lipid profiles, means excess of deposited fat with pranayam, then this is working on kapha. And
That's amazing the
automatically,
way you're bringing it up. It is it's so amazing, and it's so nice that you can talk a little bit of Sanskrit. But we're gonna be talking much more. But and then like with all these things, should the beginners meditate first or do pranayama first?
yes, repeat please.
What should be first, meditation or pranayama?
No, pranayama is must. Without pranayama, or there is no meditation. There is no possibility of meditation. Meditation is a extreme step, last step of spiritual health. It needs
Okay.
yoga. It needs how we have to sit. Meditation starts when we spine is straight, when we all the energies are in the single line, and how we are sitting this way. And when we start doing pranayam, we first say that straight your spine. So pranayama is first, then we can go for meditation, then we can be successful in meditation.
Okay, because and then you clear up and then you balance the doshas in the body and then we oxygenate and then we feel better and then you can sit in and have like a better experience at meditation anyway. So yeah, that's amazing. We have to come back and talk about a lot of things about some techniques. And I'm pretty sure I was amazed to see you like doing little examples of how you do your pranayama practice. And it's amazing because there's a lot of variation too, and then it's always more space to explore and to learn more and to do it. So let's do like if you'd like Dr. Aaron to bring like you said the first begin is like to breathe in slowly, a little
Yes,
retention, and
yes,
slowly exhale without any noises, right?
yes, yes.
So this is the very beginning, zero ground of the pranayama for beginners. What should be the next level and then the third level? So what do people could start to explore from today?
Yes, start from it, and then you can go for anulom vilom. That is which is
Not
called
Nadi,
in.
Shodhana do,
This
uh,
is that is also called as the Nadi Shodhana Pranayam.
okay.
This is a very simple. Second step we can take, and third we can simple is for our head or brain or our mental health. It is Brahmari Pranayam.
Mm,
Brahmari pranayam, it don't need any uh, excess of energy, or it is a simple. You can do Brahmari pranayam also. That is very simple. Brahmari means that is we have. It is a type of insect in India which is called as Brahmar. How it flies on the you can say on the flowers, and the sound which is coming from the when it flies, that is that type of sound we have to create. Like we close our ears from here. Different, there are so many different ways. Just do this way also, but simply with this finger we can close from this point. uh,
mm.
we close, inhale, take a deep breath, and then we have to exhale vibrating our sound, that is this way. It is called a humming sound. It vibrates in our whole head. It we feel that it is vibrating in our whole heart. Means exhalation, we have to exhale while vibrating, and by closing the our this is we can add. But basically we will go step by step in the explanation, because we need a detailed explanation to tell the uh, listeners how to perform it. But it is a simple way, nothing to do. Just close your lids. uh, you can close this way,
Mm-hmm.
this way, close from two sides. Yes, close. Not pressure with pressure, but just feel that you are not listening from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have deep inhalation and start exhalating while vibrating the sound. You have to vibrate in your mouth like this. This way, like the hummingbird does. And that sound, we start feeling that it is vibrating in our head. It is the
Vibrates
best.
inside the head. I have never done this one. That's the first time I
This
experienced
is
it.
this is very good for stress, very good for depression, for the mental health. It is a good
And it's
exercise.
good for
So
headaches and
these three,
migraines as well.
yes, we can do for the beginners. These three they can start,
Can you
and
show
after
it again
that
for
you can.
us one by one now again so we can finish the first
First
one,
is
the
the
second one, the second, the third.
first first is the inhalation, then retention, then exhalation. This is exercise 1, 2, 2 for the beginners, or 1, 2, 3 when we get somewhat uh, 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 within uh, a few days. We will when we get some training in it, then we can go for that. This is the
Mhm.
first. And second is the anulom vilom, like this. Yes,
You should start always from
yes,
the left.
yes. Then exhale from the right. Means inhale from one side and then exhale from the other side, and alternate it.
You know, I
These,
just did 3 rounds of it, and the blue is more blue, the pink is more pink. They everything's more colorful. Like that's one thing that I love about this practice. Like once you do it for a few minutes, and then it awakens your brain and your eyes, and like it brings like peace. It's my
yes,
favorite practice ever, and I usually
yes,
do
it
it
is
every time
wonderful.
I get in a challenge. Like there are like I'm in a Uber that I'm gonna be late, so I can't be late, and it's like besides thinking about being late or like, and then people think that's weird. The Uber driver sometimes just get me doing this, like what she's doing, she's crazy, but I do it for a couple of minutes and things calm down and like, and then things goes on and being late maybe even helps like things to flow better.
Yes, definitely. And then third is like this. What I have told you, that Brahmari, that is sound like humming bird.
What is the air coming out in this one? Like when you breathe, like, and then I close it gently,
Like
gently, and
like
I
this,
do a deep inhale.
slightly close. Yes, slightly close. Then inhale completely. Then close your eyes, and then exhalation. Mm, exhalation with the sound in your mouth. adjust your fingers this way that this sound start vibrating in your whole head.
And
This
where
is
is
this
the air
is
coming out? Is it's I don't really feel it in my nose. Like, where is the air coming out?
Yes, air. We don't feel that air is coming out from our nose. It is we have to vibrate the air in our mouth, and we don't feel that it is coming exactly out. This
So if
is
you
called
don't feel
as
it, it means you're doing it right.
yes.
Okay, then I did it right because it's a new practice for me. I have seen it, but I have never done it. And that's amazing, and I kind of
When
like
we are
it.
some are doing this way that we close our eyes. We do this way also. What these tips? These are on our eyes. These three fingers are at our nose slightly. These two are at head, and these thumbs are in your ear. And
Okay,
this way also.
so watch me.
These are different techniques,
Okay, this is
but
amazing.
this
And
is
then you do this here, and then you
yes,
close. They strain the
yes,
eyes, and then you close the ears.
yes, and then inhale it deep, and then vibrate the sound.
So, do you know what I felt? I didn't feel the air coming out, but I felt my eyes very active under my fingers.
Yes,
Very
really.
active.
This way, this is a simple technique, and we can do this way also. So these are the three main exercises, pranayama exercises, which we should start, and then we will go for another different exercises when we get somewhat trained in breathing.
Okay. So, we have to come back. So you're going to teach 8 different practices straight. We won't be talking about exactly only what is pranayama, what's the benefits and how it works. Like we are talking about a little bit about the pandemic and how the lungs, the weak lungs, talking about massaging the internal organs and all the benefits about I was feeling a little bit of a pressure in my head right now, like just a little bit of a headache, just with like 2 of these little guys here. It cleared. It's so simple and it's so quick. And other practice, Dr. Aaron, we have to come back to teach only practice. We can do like 8 practices and then you can do 5 minutes for each, and
Yes.
we're gonna demonstrate them, and you're gonna be teaching me, I'll be demonstrating, and you're gonna give me the tips to everybody can see if I do wrong, and then you can actually help me to improve so people is going to have like the same thing. So we can do it anytime this week, maybe Friday morning, Friday evening for you, Friday morning for me would be a good time to do it. So you can just sit and teach like the 8 ones that you have prepared to teach us today, and we can bring some more. And for you that's watching us, I'm so glad that you were here with us. You can like the link. You can actually leave a question. You can actually subscribe to the channel. And you can also go to the Dr. Irene Sunny uh, YouTube channel. You can actually leave questions for him. You can actually also to if you wanna a doctor's consultation in Ayurvedic, you can just contact him straight. And you can also contact me. I will link you together. It's like no problem. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, send it to somebody that you like, and we're gonna be like very soon. Um, Maybe think about to come and just teaching some practice. So I'm very glad that you came too. It's very vast, right? You can talk about only one pranayama for a week, but today we are trying to comprise what it is, the benefits, and what the symptoms when you're not breathing well. But today I'm very glad, Dr. Aaron, that you came. It's very interactive. It's very nice for the people that is listening, and I think we can bring a lot of stuff without really talking very complicated. But I like the complicated stuff, and I know your Vaja, and then we are gonna get there, and then we are gonna bring everybody that wants to learn the science of life. That's Ayurveda. Um, Together, and then you're going to grow from here. So if you have anything to tell people that's actually having contact for the first time with pranayama, what you have to say, so you can end for today, but so what it is.
So definitely, I'll say to all that you should start following Ayurveda and Pranayama, because these things are definitely linked to the health. And I'll say that to be disease free, we should follow Ayurveda and Pranayama properly, and definitely it works. And it is not just just for saying, but it is practically 100% working. And we can definitely lead a good and good long, and you can say a disease free life if we start following ayurveda, and definitely along with pranayama is there, it is also a part of ayurveda. So I'll say to all that you should do it. Just say to your families and friends also to start following these things, and it will start giving results within short. You can say that you can you can live without medicines if we start
Awesome.
following pranayam and ayurveda properly. uh,
That's
and
amazing.
that's what I will say, that try it, and definitely you will get good results from this.
That's pretty awesome. Yes, like living without disease and living without needing pharmaceuticals, and it's amazing. It seems like utopic. It seems like out of reality. But yes, Ayurveda is the science of life. It can teach us to, as you just said, like living disease free and medications free as well. And I'm so glad that you could connect and that you could bring like a lot of knowledge and information and like life changing techniques that you can do from your home that doesn't cost you anything. It just costs you like to learn and then um, to go deeper and deeper. And it's with a lot of love and a lot of like respect that you bring all this practice to you. And I encourage you to reach out to Dr. Arun for consultations. And don't forget to check down on this link, his name, and then also like all the links for the Ayurveda 360 grau. It's Portuguese and English, sorry, 360 degrees. That's the name of my program. Why did I call it 360 degrees? It's just because it's something that evolves the entire life, like the mental, physical, spiritual, like, and then everything, like diet and lifestyle and like uh, everything that one needs. You can find it in Ayurveda. So I invite you. And as you said so beautifully, it even brings like me a lot of joy to say like you can live disease free. So simple, right? Yes, it's simple. Right, doctor. So, thank you so much for being here with us and in my channel, the Ayurveda 360 degrees. We are doing like Portuguese and in English, and of course, at some point you're going to expand it. And I wanted to visit your channel as well, so we can work on that. So I will be visiting there too, and then we can do a talk about like mindsets, like because I'm a westerner, and then I can actually bring a lot of the mindsets to my way, how I grew up, and how things work here, how people think. So we can go there and give beautiful talks. So we can actually even connect better, because sometimes we just do things is just because our culture and the way of thinking, the way of like relating to the world is different. But Ayurveda can bring us together, and Ayurveda can bring us like to the point that you can be like just one, even speaking different languages and growing up in different countries with different cultures and sharing love, like just like Abhyanga is Neha, love and love and love. So, so one
Thank
more
you.
thing that I'd like to say.
I'm very thankful to you that I am with you, and this is also a good thing that we are working, or we are doing something to the for the health of people who are in the need of it. It is the time that we have to work on our health. Health should be our priority, and it's very nice that I am with you, and we both are doing uh, this good thing for the people so that they can live a healthy life. That's what. And thank you very much that you are calling me to your programs.
No, thank you very much for being here with me, and thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's amazing. So, and for today, it's it. So we are going to actually come back before next week, because every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. in Boston time, 8 p.m. Mumbai time, and like 1 hour, it's 11:30 a.m. in Brazil. In California, that some people watching too. It's like 3 hours behind Boston. It's like people can actually enjoy. And then you're gonna bring. I would like you to come back, Dr. Aaron, if it's okay with you, to teach this 8 practice of pranayama that you find that's very useful for helping people's uh, lives and health, and restore like everything that we need to be into back into balance of life. So thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Have a good night in India. It might be late there. So it's a little late here
That's
too. In the morning, it's I mean late in the morning. It's already afternoon. It's 12:15 in the afternoon. But we are gonna be back soon. Thank you so much, and welcome to the channel Ayurveda 360 degrees, not graus. It will be in Portuguese. So thank you very much. Have a good
Thank you.
day and have a good night.
Namaste to all of you.
Namaste.